Okay, we are practicing day 15, the final day of Karen Overall's relaxation protocol. So the first task, Veronica, is to sit for 10 seconds. Good girl. Now sit for 5 seconds. Good girl. Now sit for 15 seconds while I clap my hands and hum. Okay. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. That's probably 15 seconds. Sit while I disappear from view. Knock or ring the doorbell and say hello and talk for 10 seconds with an imaginary person in return. Okay.
Hi, how are you? Oh my goodness, it's so nice to have company at this time of night. Of course you can come in. So nice to see you.
Sit for 20 seconds while I hum. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 puppy poodle do. Do 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 do. Puppy poodle oodle doodle woodle do. Do you think this is 20 seconds? Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Sit while you disappear from view, say hello, invite an imaginary person in, wait 5 seconds and return.
Oh, hi. Come on in.
Sit for 10 seconds. Good girl. Sit for 5 seconds. Good girl. Sit while you disappear from view, say hello, invite the imaginary person in, and wait 10 seconds in return.
Oh, hi. Yeah, come on in.
Good girlie. Sit while you disappear from view and say hello, talk to, as if talking to someone for 5 seconds and return.
Hi, what have you been doing? What made you come here this time of night? It's really good to see you. Do you want to come in and see the dog?
Good girl. Okay. Sit for 5 seconds while you clap your hands and hum. Do 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 do. Who's the puppy poodle do? You can like that. Good girl. Okay. Sit while you run around the dog. Sit while you walk back and forth to the door. Sit while you leave the room, knock or ring the doorbell and return. Sit for 5 seconds. Sit while you leave the room, not go ring the doorbell for 3 seconds and return. Okay. Sit while you leave the room and knock on the doorbell for 5 seconds. Sit while you leave the room for 3 seconds and talk to people who are not there.
Hi. Always nice to have company again. It's always good to have company. Come on in. Yeah, the dog may be happy to see you. Yeah, she's busy right now. 1 minute.
Sit while you leave the room and talk to people for 5 seconds that are not there.
Well, yeah, she's still tied up. She might be free in a few minutes if you want to play some ball. Yeah, we could do something. We could maybe have a snack. I'll have to see if she's free.
Sit while you run around the dog. Sit for 10 seconds while you sit in a chair. Sit for 30 seconds while you sit in a chair. Sit for 15 seconds while you clap your hands and jog. Sit for 5 seconds. Okay, who's that good girl? Who's that puppy? She'll come, very calm puppy. Mwah, good baby.